Happy 4th of July, and welcome to another a mini episode of Tortured Bourbon. What's up, Heather?
What's up, B?
What are we doing today?
Today, as B said, it is Happy 4th of July, and we are doing red, white, and bourbon. Our neighborhood here that we live in really goes all out for the 4th of July, doesn't it, B?
Our neighborhood goes out for everything, but it absolutely goes out for the 4th of July.
That's true. Our kids have done some all-American decorating of their bicycles and their tricycles and their scooters, and we have a little parade. But then it's time for the adults to have a little fun, right?
Absolutely. So what we've done for you today is we are not professional mixologists. Shout out to Steve the bartender and Anders Erickson again. We've talked about them before. But we have concocted with our own little minds
Mostly your mind.
Two drinks. We have the Redvolution and the American Spirit here to share with you. Both of these are made with smoked ingredients because we've talked about my
obsession, I think is the right word.
Obsession with smoking things. All legal. This is smoked strawberries and smoked blueberries. As you can see, we've stuck with the very red, white, and bourbon theme.
Right, we are here to celebrate the first victory for the U.S. of A. right here.
That's right.
Yeah, we're very patriotic.
As our producer Ryan says, the British blew a 13-colony lead.
Hold on a minute, let me show you guys this shirt. Look at this.
Yeah, he's proud of this.
To be fair, at our neighborhood 4th of July parades, it gets many, many compliments.
That's right.
And then my co-host here is wearing a really cool.
We're calling dibs.
Calling dibs on the moon.
Calling dibs on the moon.
Me, however, I'm just going with the red, white, and blue. I promise I'm wearing red earrings, friends. I'm also wearing a red Taylor Swift bracelet for all the Swifties out there. For those of you who are wondering,
my partner here is going for a J. Crew endorsement.
Look, J. Crew, if you want to sponsor, just shout me out, okay?
At
Tortured Bourbon
on
Instagram. All right, send me a DM. All right,
okay, so
back to what we're doing
here. What we're doing. We are going to now cut. We're going to show you some videos of me smoking these very ingredients.
The fruit.
And it's going to show you exactly that you can do this too. Please don't be intimidated by it.
It's easy, folks.
It's easy. So we're going to cut to that now. All right, so we've been trying to think of something we could do special here for July 4th for our viewers and quite frankly for ourselves. So the team at Tortured Bourbon said, let's combine some of our favorite things and see what we get. That would be bourbon, fruit, and smoking. People get really intimidated when we talk about smoking meat, smoking strawberries. There's really nothing to it. Very fortunate I've got a Traeger here. This is called a pellet grill. It's just feeding pellets through a hopper, and they're being set on fire in there, and that's creating smoke. But the key, it's doing it at a really low temperature. This is going at just under 220 degrees. I'm going to lift the top. You can see it's actually, you probably can't even really see the smoke that well because it's pretty clear smoke. But we've just got the strawberries laid out. We're going to let them do this for about 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to come out with some blueberries. So we're going to have a red and blue theme, obviously, for July 4th. But we're going to make some drinks for you to celebrate July 4th and show, look, hey, anybody can do this. This is not... All right, so they've been on here about 25 minutes or so. And let's just we got a shot. We need something real technical here. I'm just going to remove the strawberries very gently. All right, so got all the strawberries. This is just butcher paper. Now, if we wanted to, we could get some fresh butcher paper. And they will run on you. These are all freshly washed. We're just going to spread them out. All spreading them out does, in theory, helping get smoke on all of them. All we're doing here, folks. There we go. And of course, if you want to put down new paper, you certainly can. We'll give it 15 to 20 minutes. Still running at that line. All right, last step, taking off the blueberries. Smell good. All right, so there's a couple things we could do now. We could do a simple syrup with infused berries, and we've done that before with strawberries. And you just add the sugar, the water, and the berries. You let it break down, and then you strain it, and then you have a smoked strawberry or smoked blueberry simple syrup. But I think for ease of what we're trying to do on the 4th, what we're going to do, but we'll turn these into a puree, and then we'll be able to use them to mix some very nice cocktails to celebrate July 4th. Okay, and we're back. So, like we said, we've got pureed strawberry smoked and pureed blueberry smoked, and as we said in the other videos, let's take the mysticism of smoking meats and fruits and strawberries and all this type of stuff. Look, folks, it's not that hard. And it gives it amazing taste and an amazing smell.
Oh my god! Especially in the one you're making, the Redvolution, the aftertaste of that strawberry with the smoke is phenomenal.
Yeah, and you don't have to puree it. To puree it, by the way, we just did 2 tablespoons of pure cane sugar, a dab of lemon juice, and we just pureed it. I mean, we just pureed it in a blender.
Everyone has a blender, a food processor, something
you
you can blend it with.
And that was the magic that is in these two jars. It'll keep, the Googles say it'll keep anywhere from 2 weeks to a month. We will not have it that long.
No, anytime B smokes some fruit and makes a puree, I typically use it within a week.
Yep. And it's good stuff. It has an amazing smell.
It's also good on waffles.
It's fantastic.
FYI.
So first we're going to do the Redvolution. And in a minute, we're going to switch camera angles. We're going to show you our new camera angle switching capability.
We're getting fancy, folks.
We're fancy. This is a good time to say that if you're willing to sponsor us, if you're willing to be corporate partners with us, if you're willing to buy us a coffee per se, please see the links below. We would love for you to be part of our community so we can keep bringing these videos to the people. To the people. Because
right.
we're a show of the people.
We are, and follow our socials.
Okay, so what are my ingredients? We are going to use, you can use any bourbon you'd like. We're using a straight rye because I like spice.
Well, and you have to remember, that was our winner in the Whiskey Sour
Elijah Craig
episode.
Was. The Elijah Craig certainly was.
We decided that was the best one to use for one of our cocktails today.
We are using bourbon barrel-aged maple syrup. Folks, don't go skimping on the maple syrup. Don't go get real maple syrup.
It's a game changer, folks.
It's a game changer. Obviously, we have our strawberry puree, we've got our maple syrup, and we've got lime. Now you can also use lemon. I'm a lime guy, but you can use lemon. So, for the first time ever on our show, we're going to switch cameras. Okay, so first, back that up. The first thing we're going to do for ours is get some ice.
I'm getting ice, folks.
Now we have ice. Now we're loaded. The first thing we're going to get is the puree. It's gorgeous. I've got this very technical instrument here called a spoon. Mixing spoon. You want to get all that
It's a very long spoon, so it works for lots of different purposes.
Hey. We'll link this in Amazon. Next, put a little lime.
How much lime, B?
Half an ounce. Half an ounce of maple syrup. Oh, that's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
2 ounces of Elijah Craig rye, but any bourbon or rye that you like.
I started to say we've never made a drink with half an ounce of bourbon.
No, it's 2 ounces.
At least 2.
All right. So, in the shake.
Love that sound. Sound of a good time. Do you think the astronauts on the moon make cocktails?
If they don't, I don't know why they're going up there.
Hey, NASA, DM us.
So is everyone ready? Here we go. Just flip hands here. And it's very patriotic.
It's very red.
It's very red.
Hence the name.
The Redvolution.
I love strawberries, y'all. I'm so excited to taste
I
this.
am. And if you're from North, I gotta tell you, one thing we grow in North, we grow some strawberries.
We grow some strawberries. It's strawberry season, y'all.
Strawberries.
It's
we
time.
grow some strawberries.
Oh, so good.
Okay. Young lady, have a sip of this.
That is delicious. The aftertaste of the smoked strawberry is summer perfection.
And that takes all of 15 minutes, folks. It takes 15 minutes on a smoker to get.
But it makes such a difference. And the difference in smoking that strawberry and making the puree from that versus buying something, it's night and day.
Yeah, and I think people it takes just a few extra minutes to make it special.
But look, at the end of the day,
we're here for America.
Right. We're here for America. And at the end of making a cocktail, it made me feel like I was very welcomed. And so anytime you can put that little extra effort into whether it's a meal or it's a cocktail for your guests, it makes them feel special. So the next cocktail we're going to make is coined by B as the American Spirit. And he did the red, so I'm going to do the blue. And so we're going to start with this cocktail. We're going to be a little fancy, and we're going to muddle some mint with some simple syrup. So first I'm going to add to the shaker around 7 to 8 sprigs of mint. And then after that, we're going to add a little simple because I find, and I think B finds too, that if you combine whatever herb you're using with a little bit of simple or something acidic, it helps agitate it better.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to take this really fancy muddler, and we're going to muddle our mint. Thank you, B. I kind of try to do it until all the leaves look like they're ready to surrender, and then I think it's time.
Notice she also twists.
I do. I push and twist. That's my technique. I don't know if that's everybody's technique. Okay, good.
As far as we know, it's correct.
That's how we're going to do it here on Tortured Bourbon. So I think we're sufficiently muddled. All right, so back to the American Spirit. So we have muddled our mint and our simple. And now we are going to add an ounce of the smoked blueberry puree that B made out in his Traeger, right?
That's right. You want to use the spoon?
Traeger, if you want to sponsor, shout out.
Yeah, and to all my friends who are saying, well, you cheated. You used a pellet smoker. You know, it tastes phenomenal.
Look, guys, this is not a smoked meat podcast. This is a bourbon podcast.
That's right. This is a bourbon podcast.
All right, and we're going to add a half an ounce of lime juice.
Right there.
We're going to now add 2 ounces of, and I am using Bullet bourbon, which is one of my personal faves.
Especially for mixing.
Bullet is my favorite. Old Fashions, it is one of my favorites. All right, now I'm gonna ask you to add some ice. Now we're gonna put the lid on. Hopefully the lid cooperates with me today. All right, now we're gonna shake it.
Now, the key here is she did not add the ginger beer prior to shaking.
No.
That would create a problem.
All right, I think it's shaken. Not stirred.
Okay, James Bond.
We're not. If it's good enough for Bond, it's good enough for me. All right, folks, you can see the beautiful color that this comes out. And if you are a Bourbon Smash or Bramble fan, you're going to love this.
Absolutely.
Or if you're even a Mule fan, you're going to love this.
And she's going to add just a...
So now I'm going to add an ounce of ginger beer, which, again, alludes to the Mule fan.
Just visualize it. You're good.
So I'm just going to add about an ounce.
There you go.
You can eyeball it. We're going to give it a little stir. All right, and then we're going to taste it, and I'm going to let my co-host here taste this one first since he let me taste the Redvolution first. Insert Hamilton reference here. How is it?
I'm not saying we're professionals because we're not making any money, but I gotta tell you, that's pretty good.
Y'all, that on a hot, if you like mules, if you like brambles, if you like smashes, that's fantastic, and no one is going to be sad about you serving that to them at their house. And you can decorate it up with a cute lime wedge. There's several ways to add a cute garnish to this. Anybody's going to enjoy that. Anybody's going to be impressed by your smoked blueberry puree and the other ingredients you've put in.
Absolutely. So to sum up, what we've tried to show here in this video is, number one, we do not want you to be scared to use a smoker.
No, not at all.
We don't want you to be scared to make a cocktail. And, it's okay. Enjoy your 4th.
Right. And I wanted to note, too, here that these both are very easy to turn into mocktails.
Oh, yeah.
Both of these would taste amazing. Just omit the bourbon. They would still taste phenomenal. So, if you have friends that are looking for a mocktail option, easily adapted.
And as we approach the 4th, celebrate. Have a good time.
Celebrate responsibly.
Uber.
We are, you can ask me, I am the queen of the Uber.
Uber.
Always be responsible. Celebrate the 4th responsibly. Don't set yourself on fire with some fireworks. Our neighborhood, the teens tend to keep setting off fireworks till about, July 15th or so?
They keep Wake Med employed.
So, happy 4th of July. Happy Treason Day. And we hope that all of you have a great 4th and safe 4th.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.